So it was a very interesting coming together of that policy tariff pricing discussion. I think we have started some very important work and we want to build on it. And I think there are some entry points that have been identified in terms of off-peak tariffs for women's micro-enterprise development, with some of the cautioning in terms of implementation issues. The practice in projects. Clearly there's a lot of good work that has been done, and there's the information, which is so much, is based on this good work, but there are exceptional initiatives. And those were the two flagship projects that we wanted to emphasize. I want to start with the JFPR on inclusive energy access for women in Bhutan, Nepal, and Sri Lanka, but in fact it went beyond that and really looked at the whole sub-region. I was involved in the initial design of that JFPR, but I never imagined in our implementation that we would go so much beyond and that initial design and develop that and adjust that in such an innovative way. And I really want to commend the team that worked on it. And Somadatta's session yesterday, we just got a slice of that. While our portfolio, we knew that this was a piloting initiative, and while our portfolio has gone beyond the JFPR, there's still so much information and lessons in that we want to mine and mine and mine and use. So let's come back to that discussion. I know we've got the initial reports out and so on, and they're all uploaded, but this was a pilot project. It's just beyond our expectations in terms of how it was developed and adapted and implemented. And we still want to keep learning from that. Madhya Pradesh, again, I think that was a very strong session, and people really appreciated the inputs of our panelists, including Mr. Keshari. It's open-ended. We have started some further work in terms of impact evaluation, but we know that there are questions that we still want to probe in terms of drawing the lessons of the Madhya Pradesh project. And the reason we make it a flagship is because we believe that there are very important lessons in that project that can be replicated in the India portfolio, including in Rajasthan. And the energy specialists working in Rajasthan acknowledged this yesterday in discussions with us. They are looking at some of the ideas that came out of the Madhya Pradesh project to replicate in Rajasthan. And the other sessions, large infrastructure, very, very interesting again. A couple of things that struck me. The whole experience of the Himachal Power Corporation. This is a pretty good practice in terms of CSR. Very strong practice in terms of CSR. We've got a project that is being implemented there. Now we're in phase 4 of that program. According to Andrew, phase 1 has gone quite well. We're in phase 4 of that program. I think we need to monitor it. I think we need to draw the lessons of it. I think we need to try and look at a bit of a case study of the HPPCL CSR program and what we can learn from that in terms of institutional development and also policy. So let's think about doing a bit of a case study and digging in a little bit deeper. Andrew was very passionate about this. He helped us put together that large infrastructure panel. Tanahu. Suman wants to make this a flagship project for us in the sub-region. And I think Suman demonstrated something very important. That is, gender can meet large infrastructure without flinching. And gender can meet large infrastructure, gender can break it down and demystify it. Sonomi made the point. It sort of demystified how we can intervene, and I think Suman really demonstrated that. She wants to make Tanahu a flagship project. Let's work on that. Let's give the support that is necessary, and come back. Not necessarily in a few months. Suman warns us it might take a few years, but let's make that a flagship project for us in the sub-region. Demand-side management, very provocative session in so many ways. Harsha, it was both a question of the message and technology, and I had a couple of discussions with Harsha Vikramasinghe prior to this his presentation, and I was laughing a little bit nervously. It was edgy, and I guess all good humor has got an edge to it. All good humor has got a social satire to it. And Harsha was extremely aware that he was going into fairly contested territory, looking at gender relations at the household. He was aware that they were taking a risk with the message. But he was very aware. He didn't want to show me his commercials early on in the piece. I think he thought it might not, he'd like to fly above my gender radar. But it seems to have worked in terms of the results. Very interesting. Harsha Vikramasinghe was very gender conscious on this commercial and took some risks, and it worked. Very interesting, very provocative. And then, of course, we have the experience from the CWRD, and this is also having that cross-regional input was very important. Adnan Tareen's Brave New World, good luck. And obviously Adnan has sweated on this as well, and perhaps we can take up some of that in our technology discussion. What is this smart metering? What are the challenges in a developing context? How far do we push push the limits on this? So with that, I think my summary is finished. I wish you all a very good day today. Again, some very important and strong sessions that we have lined up for you. Those who did an excellent job yesterday and contributed, relax, enjoy the session today, and others, we're really looking forward to your contribution. Thank you.